Thank you very much. It is known that in economic growth and development of any country, the ports of entry are very critical. And that's why I'm very pleased to be here this morning. Honorable Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Chairman of the Board, members of the Board, staff and management of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. That's why I'm very pleased to be here this morning at a critical point of entry of our country, which is by the aviation route, to commission two important projects. We cut a tape to commission the new arrival hall, and we're here to cut the tape to commission the new Ghana Civil Aviation Training Academy. Last Friday, I spent the day with the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority at Tema, looking at the development in port infrastructure. We know that the various modes of transport are by land, by sea, and by air. Of course, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority is responsible of transport by sea, and our ports, Tema and Takoradi, are the major ports of marine entry into this country. I was impressed at the work the GPHA has done both in Tema and Takoradi. We commissioned a new net mending wharf to allow the local fishermen who use the Tema fishing harbour to be able to mend their nets and also do the critical work that is needed for them to go to sea safely. We commissioned a new jetty that has expanded Tema's port of being able to bring in 4 ships at the same time, to load and offload 4 ships at the same time. And so this has phenomenally increased the capacity of Tema in handling marine traffic and marine cargo. We also inspected the area of the new expansion of the port, which is supposed to be in excess of $1 billion. The GPHA and their partners, Bolloré and others, are investing to build a whole new area, a new breakwater, which is about 4.5 kilometers long, and that will enable the Tema port to accommodate a new berth in phase 1, which will take 6 additional ships at a time. With all these developments, it would put Tema as probably one of the most competitive ports in the whole of West Africa. We commissioned a new reefer terminal where frozen foods, when they come in, freezer containers are immediately plugged in order that they remain wholesome. We commissioned 4 new tugboats and other marine vessels for the GPHA. We commissioned a new revenue center that allows people one-stop shop to pay all the revenue or fees and levies that they have to pay at the port in that location. And the exciting thing is that it's going to be opened in all the regions so that people who receive their bills of lading can pay their revenue in the regions before coming to Tema for their containers, which is a marked improvement on what the situation was. You had to take your bill of lading and immediately come to Tema, spend many days going up and down, paying fees and levies. And then above all, we inspected the new International Maritime Hospital that GPHA is building to improve the quality of healthcare, not only for their staff, but for all the people who use the port and live around the port. I've recounted all this because all these projects are being implemented with the internally generated funds of the GPHA. Today, I'm here with you at the airport to see for myself developments that are taking place at our major international airport. And I must say, I'm impressed with the work you're also doing. I hold the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and the Ghana Airports Company up, together with GPHA, as examples of best practice for state-owned enterprises. There's a certain perception in this country that only the private sector can run anything efficiently. And I believe that these three bodies that I've spoken about, GPHA, GCA, and GCAL, are an example to other state enterprises that, yes, state enterprises can also run efficiently and operate very well. We inspected the improved arrival hall when I came, and I was impressed. One of the first areas I went to was a toilet in the arrival hall. They say if you want to know the cleanliness of a man's house or a woman's house, go first to the toilet. And so when we entered, they were ushering me to the immigration counters. I quickly took a detour into the toilet. And I can say with all confidence that by the standards of cleanliness I saw in the toilet, I'm convinced that, you know, the work that has been done is good and that our airport is coming off standard. I noticed the expansion in immigration processing from 12 counters to 26. And so previously, I remember when we were traveling in and out of Kotoka, we had to stand in very long queues. Today, even though about 3 separate flights were on ground, including Kenya Airways, Emirates, I didn't notice any queues at all at the immigration counter. I also noticed the expanded baggage handling capacity. All the carousels were working properly, and the number of passengers standing and receiving their baggage was not chaotic as it used to be before. Before, the baggage from several planes could be dumped on one carousel together. And so you find KLM, British Airways, Lufthansa passengers all scrambling around one carousel to be able to receive their bags. I was telling the airport management that in the past it used to take us 6 hours to fly from UK, London, Heathrow, and arrive in Accra. And it would take you two hours to recover your bags. 1/3 of the time you use flying from Heathrow to Accra, you would use recovering your baggage alone. That is a thing of the past, and I congratulate all of you. Customs management is also better, and from here I'm going to inspect the new Terminal 3, where work is currently ongoing, and I'm sure that when Terminal 3 is finished, it will make things even much better. Our aim and the vision we have is to ensure that Ghana's passenger traffic continues to grow. Today we are here to commission the new gutter building, and I want to commend the GCA and GCAL alike for the proper investment of your internally generated funds. The separation and delineation of air navigation and air regulation services from airport management and handling is in line with modern day practice in order that we achieve specialization in the 2 different areas. And so I believe since this happened, the GCA has become a more specialized and more professional body. And as is well known, in air traffic control, training and retraining is very important. And that's why your subsidiary, the academy, and the training academy is important. It's a small baby, but it has to be nurtured to become a center of excellence. Accra Flight Information Region is reputed to be one of the safest in the world. And it is because of the dedication and professionalism of the staff of the Ghana Civil Aviation. Our vision is to make Ghana the preferred aviation hub in West Africa. And in that sense, there must be work conducted hand in hand between airport management and also air navigation and regulation services. My information is that traffic into Accra is continuing to increase phenomenally, and especially transit traffic. And that shows that our vision of making this place an aviation hub, Accra an aviation hub, is on track and is working. One of the complaints that I have constantly received is the one about Accra being a high point cost for aviation fuel. And so my understanding is that several airlines prefer to load up on their fuel outside Accra. And so we've consulted with the National Petroleum Authority, and the National Petroleum Authority has agreed to adjust the cost of aviation fuel and reduce it by 20%. I'm sure they'll be announcing the details shortly, but their decision is to reduce it by 20%. I'm sure this would improve the volumes that the airlines take, and it will make Ghana a preferred destination for fueling up. And I believe that will increase traffic and will also increase your internally generated funds to be able to achieve some of the magnificent, jobs that you're doing with those funds. I expect that GATA will grow to become a center of excellence in Africa. I want the next time I come here to note that GATA is receiving students not only from West Africa, but from the whole of Africa. I'm informed that you just trained and dispatched a batch of students from Liberia, and I'm hoping that soon you'll be getting students from East Africa, from South Africa, from Central Africa, from North Africa, and indeed from all of Africa to come and train here. That is our vision for this academy that we're going to open. And I'm very confident that you will achieve that. I want to add my voice to the voice of the minister as my final word and say that often with pomp and pageantry, we commission new buildings. The important thing is not in the commissioning of the new building, but is in maintaining it at a very high standard in which it was built. And I know that you'll be able to ensure that this building is well maintained, kept clean, and made very conducive for the work that is supposed to take place there. I want to also add my voice to your Director General and commend both the consultants and the contractors for the very magnificent job that they've done. I'm proud that these are Ghanaian contractors and that they have not only completed the project on time, but also within budget and to a very high standard. This is what we expect of all Ghanaian construction companies. And so with these few words, it's my honor and privilege to declare officially commissioned and open for business the Ghana Civil Aviation and Training Academy. I thank you very much.